Back with you, Jim Daniels. Tim's in the house on the Google Meet. Yes, the new rig is up. It's running sweet, too. I hear Tim over there making some trades. Hear that squeaky, trady over there. And anyway, having a hell of a day, you guys. Started out in the morning with one of my rare overnight AI longs, where we just went long and we just held it. And we used a 30-minute and a 1-hour candle. You can go back. I talked about it earlier. There's going to be a video with a thumbnail on that. And then you go, look at those tails on the 1 hour. I mean, on the 15-minute for this opening. It's crazy. This second 15-minute candle's been crazy. Top and bottom of its range has been wicked. Anyway, did that trade in the middle of the night. I put all the trades on the screen for you. Kind of sitting on my hands. And she's got me down to 10 now. We were doing some 25s, but here we go right there. I got long right here on this break of this structure on this candle in 15 minutes. And then I used a 1 hour, so I did not really get a red candle on the 30-minute even until right there, and that's where I covered. So I got in, we put the wick down close to the 10. That's what I did my entry. I was eyeballing the Fibonacci of this gap right here, but it just didn't get down there. So I legged it in as it was getting to it, and it turned back on me. I never got more than like $1,000 of drawdown, and I put the ATR on it for the trailing stop loss. And then that was it. The first place that it negated it was right there, and that's where I covered. So I covered at 819, and I bought at 693, and the rest has been right in these candles right here. I've dropped back down to the one so you can see them. There's the trades for this morning. I've had no losers. I think I did have one drifter there. Had one drifter maybe. Yeah. So I had 3 losers, but if you watch back on those videos, I didn't have any of them that I closed at a loss. I had that one that drifted on me 600 or 700, right, Tim? I showed like 900 on my screen, and by the time it filled, it was 600 loser. So I did have a couple of those. So still good win ratio, 81.25. I was over 80% yesterday, 75% the day before, and only like 66% on Monday. But we're having a really good week this week on all matrix. So last couple of weeks, actually, except that Friday implosion, I had been my losers have been less than half of my winners, and my ratio's been 70% plus on average of my wins, and then my time in the trades have been almost equal, which that's the trifecta for scalpers. You know, if you're averaging 12 seconds, you want that to be same both ways. You should know in 12 seconds, 15 seconds, trading a 30-second ASCII and a 1-minute regular candle, you should know within 30 seconds if you're right or not. Now, we have a little bit of added security, and that's why you see me DCA a lot, is because I have AI looking on a 3 and 5 minute basis. And so when she gives me a signal one way or the other, she thinks I'm going to stay that long. Well, she knows I'm going to Ninja Scalp, but she's setting me up to make sure I have a backdrop. And so that way, if I have to hold longer than 30 seconds or 1 minute, I'm still in a trade that she thinks is going to go in that direction for 3 minutes to 5 minutes. And that's been a game changer, guys. Game changer. Not that I ever go that long. You see watching the videos, I never go that long. But the confidence is what I'm saying. The confidence. Sitting there with a bunch of money on the table. And the confidence, like you watch the video, the previous video or the one before that from today. This is a 15th January episode 405 or 406. It's above 400 for sure. Season 2. AITradingFutures.com. Go get all the freebies. By the time you get this far in the videos, the freebies would have already been completely trashed, completely revamped. I'm sure there's going to have a bunch of pretty, beautiful slides. Probably be a login website to go get videotapes of all this stuff. It's not that hard to do. I can't give you advice. It's entertainment only, but it does take learning the video game aspect of it, which is immense. And then if you're using AI, it does lessen your load on all the research you got to do. But the tools that they've come along with me, you see them on the screen, same ones. We got the histogram, we got the VWAP, we got the linear regression. All these with custom settings from AI. And then we have the EMAs, exponential moving averages, which weights more recent candles a little heavier than older candles. So that's more astute for scalping is what AI tells me. We're running a half step down, so 30 seconds on the ASHI candles to try to get some sense of what direction we're going to have. Like right there was a nice 30-second run right there. Nice little V shape right there. No topping tails, no bottom tails. So everybody who follows and has learned how to do ASHI, you're going to like these little movements like that. Those are great little movements. Look at that. The run is about the same run up and down. It's really a classic little V right there. Let's put it about right there. About right there, I guess. 50 points each way. That's a 100-point round trip right there. Even if you caught a little bit of it, that could be your whole day. That could be your whole day. There we go. I don't think we're getting momentum. Here we are. I'll show you where we are for the day there. 56,236. That's deceiving, though. I rolled into the session with 50,400. You watch those early videos. That's what you did overnight. So it doesn't reset that. And so that's not what we did today. That only everything over 50,400. So what is that? Write my logs. Got to keep up with your logs, everybody. So it's 56,236 minus 50,400. 5836. 5836. Oh, she just got me down to 5, so she ain't liking the action either. All right. AI says 5 over here, Tim. All right.
It's all right. Still trading one.
5/5. That means she wants me to go to 30 maximum lots if I have to DCA or if I choose a DCA.
I'm batting 4 for 4. Highest was 25.
That's good. Here comes the ORB, Timmy. Let's see who's in control here. The markets are very healthy right now, y'all. The only thing we're thinking about is just we got the VWAP and we got a gap. And then of course we're trading so fast that you're going to have little pullbacks like this right here, where book maps will tell you your entry, and you could jump on that wagon for a little bit of selling action. But you still need to be mindful. If you zoom back out here to a 1 hour view, putting in a healthy candle on the 1 hour at the top of its range. So you would expect, if we don't fill this gap, I got that red line put at the gap right there. It's actually a little more than that, ain't it? It's actually right there was the close. Bottom of that candle right there was the close. All right, so there's your gap that we, who knows if we got to fill it, but it was the 300 something points. Even if we just pull back to the VWAP right there, you know what I mean? It's a lot of shorting opportunity. If the 1 hour pulls back to the VWAP and then takes off, that would be that trade brigade bolt that everyone's going to be looking for, including us. But, we still trade within these smaller time frames. There are people that only trade. Their small time frame is 15 minutes, and that's fine. It's a different way of trading. To me, we're at the top of linear regression, but we got a lot of support right below us. All the EMAs are stacked up correctly. And what do we got to pull back to the VWAP on the hourly? Let me see here real quick, everybody. VWAP on the hourly, 40, 50 points, say 46 points to pull it back to the VWAP, and that will still be healthy. For sure, if we break structure, the previous low, which is that 844 spot 25, if we break below 844.25, I'm going to mark that out, then we will pull back to the VWAP. We can look for some more aggressive shorting. All right, back to the 1 minute. Let's get back on the ball here. See how it's touched it twice? I marked out that the previous hourly's low. That's what that represents. And look at that. It's held up twice. Double tap right there. Did get a double tap. How are we looking on the 5 here? When you get bored, don't put money in. This is the first thing I tell everybody to not get bored. I'm going to say this, then we'll start another video. Look at your ASHI candles on 30 seconds. Okay? And that is a guitar out of tune. That's how you look at it. If you played guitar, that's what you see. They're horrible. You got to see some get direction. Now, I just showed you the V a few minutes ago. That's beautiful. No top tails. Inconsistency. Market doesn't know what it's doing. It could be a continuation, a pause while people are settling, or it could be a reversal. It wound up being a break of structure reversal. And look, no bottom tails. Beautiful little V right there. Okay? This was okay. I took some trades right in there, but now we're in garbage. The guitar is out of tune. So you want to wait and try to catch you a couple of candles in a direction. Have you book maps, have another catalyst, have 3 or 4 catalysts that says, hey, there's a likelihood that this is going to keep going for 4 or 5 minutes. And then if you have your AI assistant working with you, that's giving you a thumbs up and giving you your measurement of risk, like how many lots to bet, then, I mean, you know, it makes it a lot easier. I got cotton mouth today. Those Wednesday lunches at Alston's. Does it every week. How was your lunch yesterday, Tim, with the folks?
Oh, parents are good. My dad hadn't been out of the house in a week, maybe longer. So, well, I guess he went to a CT scan, but he was getting cooped up.
Yeah,
so
cabin fever, man.
He wanted to just get out, but you know, he only lasted an hour.
That's perfect for lunch, though. You can get some food, see him, have some lunch.
Yeah, he has like a shelf life.
his stamina. I understand.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go. But he's having some issues right now. So, but my mom's doing great, so that's
order filled.
I'm gonna take it and see if I can't lead it past that right there.
right.
Order filled.
I'm looking for a 15-minute ORV play, but with these ashy candles the way they are, with the
Yeah, I'm
double
wishing I
wick,
didn't take this one.
call these my
Order
I call
filled.
these the what's that Star Wars when they had 2 lightsabers? The twin saber, you know what I'm talking about? Darth Maul had it. That's what those look like to me.
Order filled.
All right, I took it. I had the DCA in on that one, troops, but I took it. We're long in the tooth. I'll come back and analyze that trade. AITradingFutures.com. I stepped on my own wee-wee right there. I should not have done it. I just was coaching everybody on how I should be doing it with these ashies. And Tim's calling it exactly right. I strictly went in on a book map only. I did not have multiple confluences like we normally should have. And I called it. I said, I'm going to try to get in ahead of that 15-minute break and hoping to pull down to double tap that 1 hour again. There it is. It did double tap that 1 hour again. That was a good play. And I did have AI telling me it was good for 5 minutes. So, and there it was. I could have popped quite a bit more money. I'll take that 900 out of there, but I could have popped a little bit more money, couldn't I? But anyway, that's how that works. That's how easy it is. I'll be right back in the next one. Not advice. How easy it is for me to entertain you by trading is all I can say. Go get the free PDFs at the website and make them your own.